Hi, I'm Jeanne Fiorini. Thanks for being here at the Tarot Tips. Today we're going to talk about something which is always at work when we use our tarot cards, but we might not always be conscious and intentional about it. So I wanted to just make the point today about the difference and the importance of being clear about the difference between the information on a tarot card and the meaning of a tarot card. When we do a reading, we take the information that's on the card and we apply meaning to it. These are two different things though, so we have to always keep this in mind when we're working with our cards, especially if we're working for other people. Let's just talk about if we're working with ourselves with the cards for a little bit. So let's take, for instance, the Justice card. What information is on the Justice card? Okay, it has a certain number. It's in the major arcana. It's either number 8 or number 11. Sometimes it doesn't have a number, in the Mythic Tarot, for instance. It's associated with the element of air, which means that it's about thinking, reasoning, deciding things. The image on your Justice card, I won't pull out a specific image, but take a look at what's on that card. That's the information on the card. The colors, the image, the pictorial description, how many people are in the card, what's the prominent image. All of this is the information that the Justice card carries. Not to mention all the information that's in books from, the last 100 years. What do we know about the Justice card? Information. The art of reading is, well, what does that mean? What does that information have to do with my life? We get first the meaning from the question. This is why it's really important to always ask a question, even if it's a very general, vague, open-ended question like, what can help me move through my day today? Justice card. So the question can help you assign meaning to all that information that's on the card. We also get meaning from how something hits us intuitively. Does it make us think of certain things? Does it, oh, that's about my argument with my boss, or oh, that's how I'm relating to my children? We've assigned meaning. That's step 2 of reading cards. Information is objective. Meaning is subjective. So all that's fine and good when we're doing readings for ourselves. That's the usefulness of using the tarot as a projective tool, projecting our experience onto the card. You have to be careful if you're reading for other people that you provide as much information as you can, but you allow them to assign meaning to how is that relevant for their life. So you don't say, this says you should leave your marriage, or this says you should quit your job, or this says you should do blah, 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 blah. That's for them to decide. Your job is to provide as much information about how is this card relevant to the question, how is it connected to the other cards that I might have drawn in regards to this question, or how does it sit in the layout? And then, some clients don't like to engage in a conversation. They'd like for you to tell them the scoop or, what you get. It's really so useful remembering this difference between information and meaning if you can engage in some kind of a conversation with your client or your querent, to help them understand what the card might mean for them in their life. So again, being aware of this difference between information and meaning, and using it consciously and deliberately for yourself when you're using the cards for your own uses, and being very careful when you're reading for other people that you provide as much information as you can, which might even allow you to say how things feel for you. This feels a little unsettled, or this feels very strong. But so important to allow the person who the reading is for to assign their own meaning. So that'll give you something to think about. I hope that's useful. We'll see you next time.